Destroy Lonely makes whatever the heck he wants to make, and he plans to inspire other young fans to even do the same. Unless you've been living under a rock, you've probably seen on TikTok this year the viral hit song NOSTYLIST by Destroy Lonely. Destroy Lonely has been really happy with the success and his underground hit, the song NOSTYLIST, which have brought him more than 2.6 million monthly listeners on Spotify. Destroy Lonely, in a recent interview, claims, "I don't look at myself as just an artist or a rapper," Lonely says. "I know there are people who want to go after what they want, but external things stop them. I want to be the voice to the people. That's the only thing I want. Platinum plaques are cool, but I just really want to inspire." Since he's been in New York, he says, he's recorded more than 120 songs and even counting. At one point, Lonely said his engineer all these songs that he's recently been recording, which has been over 120. He also claims, "I just love sharing my music with others," he says. Lonely's way of switching his cadence up, mixed with humorous bars, have combined to position him as an artist who's definitely up next in the Atlanta rap scene. He grew up freestyling. He's always taken the craft of rapping pretty seriously. His dad, who's also a rapper, was signed to Ludacris's Disturbing the Peace record label under the name Infamous 2.0 in the late 90s. For my career and how I treat my music, I base it off like real rappers like Lil Wayne, Tupac, Biggie, Mos Def, and even Kanye West. People that just be really barring the fuck out, Lonely says. In school, he always felt his strength was definitely writing. And now, for a living, he writes raps. I'm always trying to push my brain, how I could flip these words. It's honestly fun to me. Make new flows and shit. It's just a challenge. Lonely's ear for a dynamic yet blaring instrumental is another key part of his identity in the music scene. He credits it to the chemistry with producer Clayco that he's been working with over the past few years now, which started with Cleo emailing Lonely a bunch of different beats. No me without Cleo, Lonely says. He also connects his taste in beats to his experiences playing the piano, violin, trumpet as a kid all growing up. His alternate influence comes from listening to bands like Crystal Castles, Deftones, and The Cure. While his rap inspirations are Lil Wayne, Drake, Future, Young Thug, and of course Playboi Carti are just a few that he grew up listening to. In 2021, Destroy Lonely inked a deal with Carti's label, Opium, under Interscope Records, and became one of the first artists to join alongside label mate Ken Carson, which led to their first ever meeting. "The first time I ever spoke to him, he said he wanted me to sign to him," Lonely says. "Then I saw him a couple days after, and we were in the studio and made at least 20 songs. So after that, it was pretty much up." Outside of being a fan of Carti's music, the two also developed a relationship that formed into an actual brotherhood. He helped me with a lot of stuff outside of music, and even just transitioning to where I am now, Lonely adds. "That's my big brother. I love him a lot. One of the greatest people on earth." Lonely spent a lot of his adolescent years just by himself. Although he had 2 younger sisters and an older brother, they were all half siblings. So he felt more like an only child. With permission from his grandmother, who's a former teacher, Lonely began homeschool in the 6th grade. "I was just like, this school shit whack as fuck," he says. "So I asked my grandma if I could go to school at home." What he didn't realize was homeschool meant he would be seeing anyone else other than his grandmother. "I'm sitting at home with my grandma all day. I don't have any friends." He recalls an experience that is part of how he came up with his stage name. "I spent a lot of time to myself, so I just call myself Lonely." Destroy, the first half of the stage name, came from a time when he enrolled back into school for the 9th and 10th grade. I was getting high as fuck doing Xans and shit, like 14, 15-year-olds getting shit-faced high, says Lonely. "I knew at some point I shouldn't do that. I felt like I kept doing that shit would definitely harm me. I got the Destroy from that, self-destruction. So then together we got Destroy Lonely." Outside of music, Lonely wants to continue to venture into fashion, make speakers, have his own record label, and even create films. "It's going to be to the point where it's more than just music," he said. "It's going to be a whole world that lives within Destroy Lonely." Asked about his collaborators, he pretty much said, "I can't really speak because right now I'm overly in love with myself and what I'm doing." Destroy Lonely replies, "There's not a specific way to be a rapper, and there isn't a specific way to make alternative music. You just really do whatever the fuck you want, and that's pretty much what I'm doing," Destroy Lonely said. "I'm just making whatever the hell I want because who the hell said I can't?" Anyways, guys, this is pretty much just like a breakdown of Destroy Lonely and just how fire of an artist Destroy Lonely is, and pretty much just kind of uncovering Destroy Lonely's most recent interview on a magazine website. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about this whole video. Remember to like this video and subscribe, and also comment your favorite Destroy Lonely song in the comments.